My philosophy of education centers around supporting students in their development as well-rounded individuals. One aspect of this entails adopting a philosophy of caring and compassion for my students, as Valenzuela suggests. It is my hope that this attitude will encourage my students to care about their education and learning processes. Not only would I adopt a philosophy of caring, I would also encourage that the students develop a philosophy of caring and compassion towards each other. I would implement morning meetings with my class to create a classroom environment where everyone feels comfortable enough to take risks in academic learning and learning about themselves and each other. Much like the proverb, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime, I believe there should be a balance between providing students with guidance and letting them explore and solve problems on their own so that they feel empowered in their own educational experiences. Gonzalez suggests building upon prior knowledge and valuing students' funds of knowledge, and home visits would be very helpful to achieve this goal. If making home visits is not a feasible task for me, I would find other ways to encourage parents and family members to be involved and support their students to the best of their capabilities. Banks's dimensions of multicultural education is something I would like to incorporate as well, as I believe that content integration is an effective way to balance academia and valuing each and every student. I would try to integrate the curriculum in such a way where the students are learning content while learning about their own diverse backgrounds and the backgrounds of others. I would encourage students to be critical thinkers and teach them critical analysis skills. This way, students can understand and question subject matter to reveal bias, favoritism, and single perspectives, and to build awareness. I would like my students to learn about injustice, but to also be aware that oppression and liberation can and do exist together. Delpit suggests that the answer is to accept students, but to also take responsibility to teach them. Finding the balance between honoring students' cultural capitals and teaching them how to be successful in our world is a major goal I have in mind. Students' background cultural knowledge would not be discredited. Rather, they would learn a variety of skills to help them reach their goals. I feel that it is important for me to be realistic and honest with the students I interact with because I cannot protect them from the realities of the world. Not everyone has the same educational philosophy as I have, and I feel it would be a disservice to my students to fully accommodate to all their needs without preparing them for what is ahead. Implementing all aspects of my philosophy of education is a goal that I will always want to work towards. I realize that it may not be feasible to incorporate everything I previously mentioned, but I can always try. My fear is that my students will not be receptive to my ideas. However, this limiting way of thinking is not helpful for my students or myself. As an educator, I intend to reflect constantly and be flexible for my students. I believe that teaching is also about constantly learning, growing, and changing. My goal is to help students develop into well-rounded individuals with a variety of skills that are helpful to them in their future educational endeavors and beyond.